You got it.
Got it? Okay, we'll call a meeting in order. In accordance with state statute, section 84-1412, the Open Meetings Act is posted on the north wall in the council chambers for public information. Would you join me in the Pledge of Allegiance, please? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Debbie, would you do a roll call, please?
Stokely.
Here.
Penrose. Swenson.
Here.
Boozy. Hugo.
Here.
Smith.
Here.
Okay, the consent agenda, city appointed boards and commissions, we have none. Fire and rescue departments accept memberships and resignations. West Point Rescue to accept memberships of Sandy Wilcox and Marcus Wilcox, and the resignation of Michaela Furcher. Approval of the minutes of the previous meeting, treasurer's report, everything's good there. Claims, everybody get a chance to go through that. Just need a motion to approve the consent agenda.
So moved. Second.
Motion made by Rusty, seconded by Tom. Cast your votes, please. Okay. Public hearings, we have none. Bids, we have none. First item, presentation of the annual report from the John A. Stahl Library. Mary Jo.
Thank you. So, things are going really good at the library. We continue to try all kinds of new programming, keep things going. The last thing that we did last year was start a seed library. So for you, those of you that are old enough to know what an old card catalog cabinet is, yes, you do? Yes. I didn't know how many would, but we had that in the back room at the library, and we pulled that out, and so we used it for our seed library. And we got grants from the Farm Credit Services and a huge donation from the Darlene Weezy estate. And then we have a really good volunteer at the library. It's Carrie Simonson, and so she said she'd like to help with this project. So she's been writing to seed companies and getting donations from them. And she's been really successful with it. She's got some from True Leaf Market, Baker Creek, Mary Seeds, so that's helped a lot. And we last year gave out over 700 seeds to people. We are now also going to do a class and ask people to keep some of their seeds, dry them out. We'll tell them how to do it, and we're going to label it, and then we will add it to it. So not everything that we have in our seed library will be bought. We also are accepting donations. So also with some of that money from the Farm Credit Services, we did several programs, gardening programs for both children and adults, and those went over well. We still have a little bit of that money left, so we'll continue to do programming. I think I told you last year about the veterans book that we've been working on. We've been interviewing the veterans and hope to get their stories in. Well, before Christmas, we finally got the flash drive sent to the publisher. Like a year later than I thought we would do, but I had high aspirations and didn't know what I didn't know, but now we know. So that we hope to have by summer. That's all I'm saying. Because every time I set a deadline, it hasn't happened. We're already planning lots of summer programming for the children and adults, but we have to start early to get all the special presenters in and everything, and we plan for another summer. We had lots of kids involved last year. The animal programs that we bring in, they always pull well over 100 kids and parents. So that's probably that and the Polar Express story times are our best programming. Library had to be reaccredited this last year, so I worked on the strategic plan, which is about as much fun as it sounds. But we were accredited again at the gold level, so we take pride in that. I have a great staff up there, I have a great board, and you guys are as good to us too with the funding, and
guys do a great job.
Yeah.
out there.
Yeah, it's amazing, yeah.
Circulation and everything.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Do a good job.
It's still fun. Willis was on the board when I was hired,
Yeah.
and, it's been over 26 years now, and it's still fun.
Good.
Good.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thanks, Mary Jo. Okay, we're gonna go to, item 3, we're gonna do item 2 last. Item 3, the LB 840 grant transfer in regard to local building. Tom will explain.
If you recall, we gave an LB 40 grant to local. They basically, we have the building that they're in. They have opted to sell that business, or to sell the building, and close the business, and they have some buyers, Adam and Hannah Gunther are looking at moving into that. And they would like to transfer that grant to them. It would still be a continuation of a business, but it'd be a different kind of business. The LB40 group did meet, go through it, they don't have a problem with that transfer. You can see they put a pretty significant investment into that building itself, bringing it back to life and, basically restored it, looks good.
Make a motion.
Okay, motion made by Shay. Seconded by Rusty. Cast your votes, please. Okay. Item 4, discuss leasing of the city property by the sewer plant to Casey Lund for 2025, minus 1 acre for 2025 to allow for levee work.
Yeah, if you look at that little schematic or drawing you have in there, the bottom of the page, it says 6.52 acres. We're gonna be using some of that for temporary, staging of equipment and materials, so we removed 1 acre of that from the lease.
This be the third year.
It'll be Casey, yeah.
Any-
Having any
I think
complaints or problems?
No, it's working out well, I think, so. Just need a motion to approve this lease agreement with Casey Lund. Motion made by Tom, seconded by Rusty. Cast your votes, please. Okay. Item 5, approve the blight study contract with Advanced Consulting Engineering.
We were talking about this in moving towards creating a downtown improvement district. Tina brought this up at that meeting, and Advanced Consulting Engineers do have a group that they work with to start the blight study to help us qualify for some future CDBG funding, hopefully, with the downtown rehab project. One of the things I did mention in my memo is that we're looking at doing the wastewater treatment plant expansion, or not expansion, but the rehab there. And part of that we can roll into the SRF if we get into the wastewater or sanitary sewer lines under Main Street. We can roll that into that project rather than assess it back to the Main Street project. So it's just kind of another opportunity to do that. I don't know if we'll still have the SRF open when we get to the water mains on that part of it, but that could be potentially an option, but I don't see it right now. What do you think, Tina, at least 2 years down the road at a minimum?
What do we have left on the SRF?
Well, we've got a few odds and ends they have to finish up. They have the roof to do, they have some ventilation to do. And then there's the lead and copper, lead line replacement scenario that's playing into it. So they're keeping it open for that extended period. But I don't know if they'll be able to keep it open for the full 2 years to get that done. Okay. So that was the first step, is to get the blight study done. Our last blight study was actually done in 2005 and in 96, so.
And did they blight it at those times, or just to see if we wanted to blight it?
Excuse me?
In those 2 blight studies, did we actually blight it at that time, or we were just seeing if we wanted to blight it?
In the earlier ones?
Yes.
We did it, to pull together the sales tax property, or, revenue for the blight study at that time. And then some of it was for funding for Belmont, when they built, I think it was in 95, 96.
I was just curious.
Yeah, I mean, it's just, it needs to be updated, I mean, it has changed, well, actually, the blight study, if I remember right, was for the travel plaza.
Originally.
So,
This is a blight study of just downtown or of the whole city?
they're gonna take a look at, I think they're gonna take a look at the whole blight study that we currently have on record, because we won't be able to have, we won't be able to add to our existing blight study, so we're gonna trade off. So there'll be some trade-offs. In other words, parts of the plaza will probably come off because it's developed, and then that will offset, we can do the downtown improvement area.
You can only do so much.
Right, exactly, yeah.
You can only blight so much, right?
Right,
Yeah.
yes, yeah.
So, with our goal, I guess, or what we're looking for is that the whole downtown areas, or all of Main Street's gonna be blighted, is what we're hoping this is
That's
gonna
what our
say.
goal is going to be, to try to get into the CDBG program for that downtown improvement district.
So, so if we go one more step ahead, then what does downtown revitalization look like, other than storm sewers?
Well, that's gonna kind of be up to you. If we can get moving into that, it's gonna be streets, sidewalks, lighting. Some of it's gonna change some of the storefronts, that type of thing. It just depends on how far you wanna go, how far the money will go, and how much money you wanna commit to it. What do the business people wanna see there? I think you probably had some conversations with some of them over the years about, this happening, and
Yeah, and, part of it is kind of like what they wanna invest, and until it's really happening, I don't think they really are like, oh yeah, that's good in concept, and so it'll take some real conversation, and that'll come out
Right.
through the process too, but yeah, if you want facade part of it, great, if you want flower boxes part of it, great, it all kind of depends, do you wanna put railings in, all kinds of things, it really can be whatever you want it to be, and it takes a lot of, community input to devise what that plan looks like down the road. That's why first step is actually a planning process, and then the second step is actually implementation. So we're hoping that and it was kind of confusing, that email I followed up with you, we're hoping that there's some changes within the legislature to allow you guys to apply for funding in the first phase of that, to actually get that planning study underway and help us through that process. Otherwise, that's something that the city would need to invest in first, before going after the CDBG funds through that blight process too. So, like, multiple things going on at once to get us where we need to be 2 or 3 years down the road.
so the other part of this too, is I kind of look at it, is there's gonna be a collective of business owners that are gonna form some type of a committee that will more likely be appointed by the mayor to develop what they want to see for downtown.
And we've had people who are interested in serving and giving input, because I know Gene Gether's been very interested in the process too, so they're above and beyond just, I think that's what Ed said.
In Fall City, they actually had community meetings where they would prioritize what the community wanted to see happen. It wasn't just the business owners, it wasn't just the city council, it was the whole community. And then they narrowed it down, and they were able to do a combination. They'd already done a streetscape once before, one block, because it costs a lot of money to get one block done.
Yeah.
But then they were able to do another side of the street and facades for the businesses. So it can be done multiple ways.
Sure. Yeah, that's where I guess where I was going with it, just because, obviously some of these infrastructure things, do cost, a lot of money, and so then it's like, are we, does, all that infrastructure, which is needed, not that we shouldn't do it, just that, then does that take up your 2 million, or, I don't know how much we're gonna get, or whatever, but,
Yeah.
does that, then all of a sudden we're like, oh, that was great, this, didn't know anything happened, I'm just curious if that's, how the process is gonna move forward.
Right, and that's, I think, what we're gonna see really come out of that planning stage, to see how far we wanna go, and how far we can afford to go. maybe might be a better way to put it.
Sure.
Just
Yeah,
see
'cause
what
this is
we do.
just like, I mean, grant money plus, like, what we think that would be, cause we would try to tip it then if it's blighted, is that?
Well, no, usually what it turns into is it becomes kind of an assessment district. In other words, the store owners that, you know, that front or are tied into to the Main Street businesses will be footing a portion of this bill.
Right.
But to what extent, we don't know yet. That's the part we need to work into.
That's
To see
another
if-
thing that was done in Fall City was the store owners that had facades and things like that. They were able to get estimates for that, and they were required to put up the match for that part of it if they decided to do it. And some of them decided that they didn't want to spend that kind of money, but the ones that did put up the match for that. So, you know, just to give you some ideas.
Sure.
And it becomes a pretty creative process, you know, depending on what the community's wants and needs are. And that's basically what it is. It's just, how do you want your Main Street to look?
Sure, definitely.
You know, I think the last time we did anything really serious on Main Street was they finished it up just before I got here in 93 when they did the sidewalks. And they-
Parking meters, is that when they took out the parking meters?
No, that was even before that.
That was long, that was in the eighties.
It was before me.
Yeah, it was before me too.
Maybe.
That was before me too, so, anyway, yeah, that's when they were doing the sidewalk improvements and
Yeah.
stuff, and trying to get rid of that real high ledge curves and that were along Main Street.
Yeah. Cause yeah, obviously
I
there's
think
obviously
there's-
gonna be a lot of discussion about it.
Oh,
coming
yeah,
up, So,
there's a lot of work
now
on
we have
this.
to nail it down right now.
I think there's like a big accountability piece of that because through that process, it's required that there's community input at town hall meetings. And so those things will come out. It's not just one group making that decision. It's gonna be some compromises all around. So I think you're not gonna, everything that's being done can't be just underground, even though that's very costly. There is a requirement that you'll see something, like, I think I've kind of mentioned, like curb to building, you're gonna see that with your sidewalks and your lighting. There's gonna have to be something that the community sees, because they're gonna want that when they're
Right,
investing those kind of
absolutely.
dollars.
Yeah, the gist of it is that, you know, if we can move some of the infrastructure off the table and spread that cost differently other than just to the business owners, I think we need to take that opportunity.
Sure.
And do that, and I think that might be the opportunity to do some of those things.
Yeah.
But we'll see what it all costs.
Yeah. Very good.
Any more discussion? Okay, and just need a motion to approve the contract and authorize the mayor to sign.
Oh, we have to authorize you to sign too?
Yep.
I'll make the motion.
Second.
Okay, motion made by Rusty, seconded by Shay Stokely. Cast your votes, please. Okay. Item 6, approve Colpack Street extension and contract. Tom will explain.
All right, basically what this is, Advanced Consulting Engineers will lay it out and bid, essentially that portion to create a roadway, as we've been talking about, from 13th Street to Plaza Drive. It's gonna be an engineered road, it's going to be a gravel road, it's not gonna be paved. And, this will give you that second access that we're really trying to work towards to get done. So, basically what'll happen is they'll put together layout, plan specs, everything we need to do, and then we'll probably end up bidding it and then see what the cost of it is. Probably not on this,
No.
not at this phase. I'm looking at this as just being strictly a gravel road, you know, there's some drainage accounting for it, but, it's all gonna be side ditch drainage, the way I see it here. Yeah, I mean, it's-
Okay, any more discussion? Just need a motion to approve and authorize the mayor to sign.
Second.
Motion made by Tom, seconded by Shay. Cast your votes. Okay. Number 7, approve the city sign contract with Advanced Consulting Engineer Services.
The reason this is on there is we need to establish the footprint for those signs along this, Nebraska Department of Roads right away, next to there. When we get on the north end, there's gonna be a significant amount of fill brought in to bring that elevation up, make it look right, keep it moldable, and, describe the legal, the legal aspect, description for the property. So that's what their advances will do.
I'll make a motion.
Okay, motion made by Rusty. Seconded by Tom. Cast your votes. Okay. Item 8, approve the Sunshine Center's fiscal year for the 2026 budget to the Northeast Nebraska Area Agency and Aging.
Yeah, this is just a basic formality we go through every year, so she can submit that budget to the Nebraska Area Agency on Aging. The numbers don't really change, everything's been reflected in our budget as it affects our budget.
So we just need a motion to approve the budget for the fiscal year 2026 and be submitted to Northeast Nebraska Area of Aging.
Make a motion.
Motion made by Rusty, seconded by Tom. Okay. Item 9, consider award of the open contract for Hugo's Plumbing and Heating to provide supplies and services for city facilities and premises.
This is a recommendation of our new auditor, since we do so much business with Hugo's, with water main work, sewer main work, and just, general, that we should have some type of a council recognition of an open contract with Hugo's Plumbing and Heating.
Yeah, just need a motion.
I'll make the motion.
Motion made by Rusty. Seconded by Tom. Cast your votes, please. Okay. Item 10, discuss the CCCFF grant application for the rec center.
Mr. Ranch, you wanna take this one, or you want me to?
Go ahead, I'm just here to answer any questions that need be. How's that?
Well, let's see if we can create some for you. Basically what it is the grant submission is due by February 15th for the CCCFF grant fund. We're looking at $562,000 as a request. Along with that, you all know we're also applying for the turnback tax, which would disqualify us for that CCCFF fund. So, takes council action to make that submission, meet that February 15th deadline. I think we should submit and see if we can qualify for it. If we do, fine. And then we still have yet to get a hearing date on the other
Just
one.
kind of a formality.
Yeah, right.
We have the submission all ready to go. We just have to meet with Tom next week real quick, and Kayla that we've hired as a grant writer for this project. She put everything in, and literally we probably don't have 30 minutes left, and we'll be done with the CCCFF application.
So just need a motion.
So moved. Sorry.
Motion made by Rusty. Who seconded?
What's the point?
Well, if we don't get the other one.
Well, then it's not happening, probably.
Well, let's
Get it out there.
Formality.
Okay,
Yeah.
I understand, okay.
I mean, there are some other funding sources out there that they're still pursuing. For example, if the turnback tax would fall by the wayside or whatever, I'm sure David has got about 10 other grant opportunities up his sleeve to help fund
I
this
think he might
project.
be a personal donor.
It could happen, it could happen. But we're just beating a deadline, is what we're doing on this thing right now, Shay, that's all it is.
Sure.
And we also don't know that by the time that they actually award anything with CCCFF, that they may not change the guidelines as far as the turn back, because they've already
I was just thinking that maybe there's something else we need CCC grant money for, I don't know.
That's a possibility too. But
Okay,
you're not gonna
right.
be able to get that happen before February 15th.
That's what I'm saying, so it doesn't have to be, it's not even necessarily for the rec center, it's just in general.
No.
No.
You have to
Yeah.
designate
Yeah, that's what I
your
mean.
submission on this one, yeah.
Okay, whatever.
So would I get a second? I did. Anybody?
I mean, I'll second it, sure.
Okay. Cast your votes, please. Item 11, approval of council affiliated claim of Hugo's Plumbing and Heating for services and supplies. Need a motion to approve this? Motion made by Rusty. Seconded by Tom. Cast your votes. Okay. Item 12, approval of designated liquor licenses. Fraternal Order of Eagles for the Ag Appreciation Supper on March 18, 2025. Win or lose, we still booze. LLC doing business as Rush's Liquor Store for the West Point Community Theater performances on March 14th, 15th, 16th, 21st, and 23rd, 2025. Win or lose, we still booze. LLC doing business as Rush's Liquor Store for the Knights of Columbus 2272 fish fries on March 7th, March 14th, 18th, April 4th, April 11th. And Native 32 Winery for alumni tournament on the 21st and 22nd of March at the GAC cafeteria. Do I have a motion to approve these liquor licenses?
So moved.
Motion made by Rusty,
Second.
seconded by Tom. Cast your votes, please. Okay. Should we do this? Resolution, and then we'll go back to.
And yet, well, the one thing is we got the pay resolution.
That's what I meant. Yeah.
Right, yeah.
So, we got resolution number 2025, number 2, to approve the application payment number 1 to the amount of $190,055.67 to JAEO Consulting Group for the West Point levee improvements. Do I have a motion to approve?
I'll make a motion.
Motion made by Shay,
Second.
seconded by Rusty. Cast your votes. Okay.
And then resolution 2025-1 has been withdrawn.
Yep.
What was that? The resolution one
Yep, that's been withdrawn.
Yep.
doesn't say on
Well, it's not on the
On the
agenda.
agenda.
It was removed from the agenda.
Yeah.
We just missed taking it off of the resolution and
it.
ordinances.
So it's gone forever?
Well, it's done and gone for now. There's other, it can come back in the future. I don't expect it
Why was it
to.
brought up?
Gravel road.
Why was it brought up in the first place?
It was requested.
By
It doesn't matter by whom.
me, it does.
At this point, it's been
Yes.
withdrawn. It's a dead issue.
So you don't have an answer then?
I don't know.
Interesting.
Okay, we'll go back to item number 2. We're gonna go into closed session.
Fun.
It's nice to see you.
Thank you. Your meetings go fast. Good deal.
Oh, we're gonna be here for an hour on the next issue.
Oh, is this gonna be the meeting after the meeting?
Right, exactly.
After the meeting.
Yeah, you too, Mary Jo.
Thanks for coming. Good job.
Thank you.
Rusty gets back.
There's gonna be a lot of work ahead of us on this downtown improvement district, just so you know.
Yeah, I figured, that's what I was asking
It's-
about,
Yeah,
like what we were thinking we wanted to happen. I think what you were saying is good, I mean,
Yeah, it's,
yeah, it's,
you know, like, even just the, I mean, I've talked to a few people about this already, even like the sidewalks of, like the step up, you know, like, but then you have to change obviously the street.
well, those are things that you can look at, you know, the other thing too, Shay, is that's probably really is the brick.
yeah.
Right.
You know, I know there's a dedication, everybody wants to keep the brick, and I understand that.
Look at Jerry over there saying.
Yeah, but I mean, there's
He locked himself
there's
out.
gonna be a cost involved to do that,
Yeah.
right?
So you talking about the step, weren't those steps, when they changed, before they changed them sidewalks, weren't they a lot higher?
Yeah, there was a couple places
Yeah,
where it
it
was
was-
like a couple feet,
Yeah, you had a reading,
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were real high.
yeah.
And they transitioned some of the brick in some of the places, you know, and they were able to get some of that out of there, but, I think there could still be more of that done. But it's, if you're doing the sanitary sewer work, and you're doing the water main work, you're gonna be taking out a certain
Site.
segment of that brick anyway. So you can potentially maybe roll that cost over into a different project.
Okay, do I have a motion to go into closed session?
Oh jeez, I guess we're not gonna talk about that anymore, Bruce. You got somewhere to be? You got a date tonight?
Jesus, Jay, Shay.
I was asking, I mean, I didn't move the meeting to Friday night.
Second.
We got a motion by Rusty and a seconded by Tom. Cast your votes.
Okay. Okay, I need a motion to go out of closed session.
So moved.
Motion made by Tom, seconded by Rusty. Cast your votes.
Okay.
Record button on that again.
We got everything done there.
It's not going to.
Perfect plan.
There it goes. All right. Back up and running.
Yeah, we can do.
Yep.
Okay, we got reports. I noticed Tuesday and Wednesday they were out surveying on Old Cramy Road.
Over there?
So we haven't heard anything, but
Hopefully we'll have that for you by March.
yeah, we should
what?
have it.
Hopefully we'll have that for you by March.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it was Tuesday and,
Mrs. Weber was quite concerned what they're doing out there.
oh yeah?
You know, I've been talking to paving Mill Street, and she said, what are we gonna do, pave that now out there? Mill Street first, I said.
So that's what Ian Wimmer said? Or who?
This is one
No,
of
Mrs.
Steve
Warren.
Oh,
Warren's
this is
Warren.
Warm, I guess this is.
I thought you did too.
Yeah.
That's all I got.
I've got nothing.
Jerry?
No.
Rusty?
Street crew was out, did a great job trimming
Yeah.
some of them trees on Plaza Drive. Dave Wimmer came out and gave him a lesson on how to do it properly, and that was nice.
Yeah, Ron's out butchering trees
Yeah.
on Colfax.
Ron, thank you for all the guidance and good work, appreciate it.
Tom? No. Shay?
When's the March meeting?
6th,
Which is what?
A Thursday.
Thursday,
What do we move that for again?
cause I'm gonna be gone.
I won't be here that day.
Oh, I read the motion for, May, June, July, and August. Those are all getting moved to Wednesday.
You play pasture pole.
It's happening. We can move this to a Friday, we're moving them separately. So that'll be coming next meeting, I'll make sure that's on the agenda. Just because I have stuff.
Not official words.
No, that's it.
Okay, need a motion to adjourn? Rusty, seconded by Tom. Cast your votes. Okay.
We should actually at least do that Friday night.